IBD King, my girlfriend is really hot. She's definitely a 9 out of 10. Okay, I'm listening. She goes to the gym. She wears nice leggings and stuff. All right, so she takes care of herself. I can appreciate that. You can't handle her. What do I do? Why can't you handle her? Question number 1. We want to dissect this a little bit more. I've looked up tons of relationship stuff. I feel like I can adequately diagnose said situation. Why can't you handle her? Volp, what do you mean you can't handle her? What are you trying to handle? Yeah, I mean, we've got to talk about everything here. Figuratively, literally.
Spiritually, ecumenically, grammatically.
What can't you handle about her? Like she's just too hot. I can't get it down, if you know what I mean. And I'm also insecure in public too, because I'm skinny and not as attractive as her. Okay. Well, you gotta relax. You gotta man up. No. I'm sure. I mean, you've done a good job. I gotta give you credit. You've got a 9 out of 10 girl that's dating you, committed to you. Obviously, she seems like she doesn't care about your insecurities, the insecurities you have, or at least she doesn't see them. She doesn't see those insecurities you have, and you got to make sure you keep it that way. That's all I'm saying. Volp, your self-esteem is low. You're humble, bragging about good things. Yeah, he's not wrong. I have a genius issue here, dude. A genuine issue here, dude. A genius issue. Well, it's kind of like that, because like you're like almost a genius because you're in this situation, but you have no idea what's going on or how to handle it. I guess not. No idea. I don't want to sound like a dick. I think you do know. You're in a good place. You're in a good place, dude. But there's nothing. First off, you're in a good place. So be grateful where you're at, you know. Be humble about it. Be like, you know, I'm like a 7. She's like a 9. But, you know, I'm better in X way or whatever. Volp, I'm being serious. I'm saying this as a guy who dates doctors, principals, pharmacists, etc. Whew. Jeez, that's quite the list. It's quite the list of... Do you screen on profession? I'm curious. Plus, I always have in front of her, and you're quite embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. I'm sure she loves it. I'm sure she gets all, you know, giggly about it, and she starts touching it, etc., etc. And that's just what you want. That's what you want to look for. Don't be embarrassed. Just be like, hey, you did this. You should be happy. You should be proud. You're a special girl, you know? No, it's not every girl who can do that. That's the mentality you gotta have. Volk, girls love differently than us. 100%. I'm a bum compared to all the winners I date and dump, but women love differently than men. That's why a woman who's a 10 will date a guy who's a 3, but a guy who's a 10 won't date a girl who's a 3. Ain't that the truth, though? Ain't that the truth? It's so true, man. That's just don't think like guys do when it comes to dating. Just be yourself, be cool, you know, don't be weird, and, you know, just be like, hey, you know, it's all about having fun. If you can just portray having fun and, you know, a potential future, and you're not too much of a nice guy, but you're not too much of a dick, you're good to go, right? Just don't worry too much. IBD King. What do I do with my B issues, though? Well, if you're out in public, I'd say you've got to look up how you can get over that. Because that's just like, you know, if you're in the privacy of your own home and you're around her, I mean, I suppose if you want to just cool it down a bit, you can look that up, but I don't think you need to. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong, you know. It's always there constantly, even if we're just talking. Oh man, I can just picture that. It's like, how was your day, sweetheart? Oh, it was, and then it's just right up. It's just ready. Oh, Well, I'd say you're a spry young lad. You're ready for battle. You're ready to do some damage, and that's good. You should never be ashamed of that. I think you gotta take that with pride. A stride with pride. She has loads of Insta followers, and weird guys comment on her photos, and it makes me feel weird. Okay, well, I mean, there's a bunch of people on the internet that some do weird things, some don't, and I mean, they're just random people. It's like, unless they get to like stalking her and actually physically in your city, etc. It's, you know, what are you gonna do about it, right? It's just the way it is. But I mean, congrats on you for finding a girl like that. Okay, Volp, successful women often like me. Like I'm going on a date with an author, it's either you learn how to in a less physical way, or you dump her and get with a girl that your self-esteem will allow you to deal with. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, I think you know all these answers, but you're just going for like a bit of confirmation, which is fair. That's like, I mean, I love it. I'm super happy you opened up this dialogue in the stream, because I find this stuff super interesting, and it's always fun to talk about. And yeah. The common thing is just the flaw in male love. Yes. We get possessive when we love. Yeah, we get too attached, and then we want to control things, and then girls are like, holy shit, I got to get out of this. But I mean, I think that, you know, if you're where you're at, you're not doing anything wrong. And if you really like this girl, if you think she's super hot and you love her, I mean, don't give that up because you have this thing. You just try and figure out a way to deal with it. Research it, go to the doctor, ask them what's up, and you're probably not alone. Also, is it a huge issue? Well, I mean, I'm not gonna read that out loud because I don't know if it's allowed in stream. Is that allowed in stream to read that out? So if you prematurely do X, then I mean, eventually when you are with her enough times, that probably should stop happening, right? Because you'll get a little used to it. It won't be like, whoa.
What's up? Get hold of yourself, all right? Sorry, it's hottie overload in here. No, just pace yourself.
Right? You'll be like,
I mean, whatever, family.
that's, what's her name? You know, how many times does it happen, right? Like, the more you date her, the longer you date her, the more that happens. I feel like that's gonna, the amount of times what you just said happens, you prematurely, you know, it's gonna happen less. Volp, you gotta stop being so possessive with a woman's body. We're men. We'll do, yeah, whether it's a sock, it's a hand, it's some Vaseline. How can you logically care about what a girl does with her body when you're reckless with yours? It's possession. Okay, that's an interesting perspective. I didn't think about the possessive element in terms of like the body part. I thought about it in terms of a relationship element part. But that's a fair kind of take. It's interesting. Also, when we go to the gym, loads of guys stare at her butt all the time when she squats. Dude, that you just gotta appreciate that, because don't get jealous or bent out of shape out of it. If a guy starts talking to her and just be like, just walk up to her and start talking to her, and she'll like give you a kiss on the cheek or whatever, you know, if she's your girlfriend and all that, and you don't have to worry about it, because if she's loyal and she's faithful, you know, it's gonna give you some BDE, some big dick energy, and it'll give her some BCE. I don't know, BVE, big vag energy. I don't know, whatever it is. You guys will, you know, be getting off on the fact that, you know, somebody else is attracted to them. That means they are really attractive, or you are really attractive, or attractive enough that you guys can still be with each other, but appreciate that you're both a catch. Maybe I went too far here. This isn't PG, but you know, hey, questions were asked. The chat is getting serious. Volp, Good point. Premature eruption means you should jerk it before you have the fun. It might be good to prepare yourself, to be prepared. Your self-esteem isn't high enough for this girl. Part of you is humble bragging and the other is just insecure. IBD King. Main problem is that she's also kind of always seducing me too. That's not a problem, dude. That's exactly what you want. That's what, and I don't know, you haven't mentioned how far along the relationship is, but depending on how far along the relationship is, that's definitely what you want for like the first 3 to 6 months. Like you like, maybe not like it's gonna slow down over time, but at the beginning, if she likes you, she likes you. And like, why would you expect any different, right? You want that in a relationship, right? You want to be crazy about each other. I'm also an investment banker, so I have to work a lot and concentrate. Well, that's part of why this is working, actually. Because if you're busy and unavailable, she's more attracted to you and she's making more effort to try and get your time, your attention, right? If you were like at home and on Netflix all the time and you're like, hey, when are you gonna come over? She would be like, oh my God, this guy, he's so needy, etc., etc. But if you're like, oh, you know, babe, I can't meet you today, or, you know, I'm busy, I'm doing this and that, but how about in a couple of days from now, or you say Tuesday or whatever it is, you know, and you set a date, then that's gonna that's gonna create attraction. You get distracted. Well, I mean, you gotta set aside date time and quality time and time where you're busy. Well, make sure you take pictures making out so you can show your future less attractive girlfriends what you can pull. That way they'll humble themselves. It's not a bad idea. It's not I wouldn't say making out. I would just say, you know, maybe a kiss on the cheek, or, you know, a semi long-term consistent, like, oh, here we were at the park and here we went to this and whatever. That makes future girlfriends very aware of your potential, you know? Also, dude, yeah, is it okay to grab her butt when she wears leggings and stuff? 100%. 100%. If she's your girl, right, and she hasn't, like, said anything against that kind of action or behavior, you want to show her, and she probably wants to get that attention in public a little bit. It's totally fine. I mean, maybe if you're making other people uncomfortable, cool it a bit, right? Because, hey, PDA. But yeah. Volp, no, you should never grab your girlfriend. Stop dating her. Never touch a woman ever. Yes, women are dangerous. You want to be safe. You want to keep away from women. King, stay away. Oh, man. Well, guys, it's been fun. And this last bit of conversation, perfect way to end the stream. I really enjoyed it, man. IBD, I feel for you. I almost don't feel for you, man. You're in a good situation. Just, you know, listen to what Volp and I said, and maybe not. I mean, I don't know. Do your own research. Look at what other people have to say. I don't want to give you advice that, you know, I don't want to be responsible if anything goes bad, but I don't think it will. I think what we said is pretty legit, and I mean, if you care about this person, if you're interested in pursuing it, pursue it, and just kind of like realize that everybody has insecurities, and you're not doing yourself any favors focusing on those insecurities. Focus on who you want to be and what you can do to get there, right? So if you're skinny, go to the gym, start going to the gym, or if you're going to the gym already, go to the gym one more day a week, or, you know, add a couple protein shakes in there before and after your workout. Stuff like that that's going to actually get you to feel better.